What is everybody? Dan Rock Zero here, back once again with another review. 2000 year in review continues with WCW's Bash the Beach. So, this is easily the most famous, the most infamous pay-per-view, probably the most memorable pay-per-view, and not a lot of good ways, of WCW 2000. This is the most controversial one of all time. And in case you don't know what goes on, this is the show where Jarrett lays down for Hulk Hogan, and this is the show where Vince Russo says you will never see that big bald son of a bitch again. This is the show where it really blurs the line of what is story and what is an angle, what is a work, and what is a shoot, what is real life. This is Bash at the Beach. And yes, this is another terrible show. But I will say, when I get to the end, you might see a little smile at the end, because this shows, the ending to this show is very remarkable. It's very good. A good ending to a WCW 2000 pay-per-view? Yes, it's true. But man, it took a lot of crap. There is a very great moment at the end, and it is so satisfying to watch. It's so inspirational. It might bring a tear to your eye, because it's so wonderful that they fucking finally give him the belt, because he worked his ass off for so hard. But man, you have to sit through a lot of shit to get through it. So let's get through the shit. Lieutenant Loco, Chavo Guerrero Jr., the guy who couldn't draw a dime, and his name is Guerrero, defeating Juventud Guerrera to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. I've said this once before, and I'll say it a million times more over. Every championship, every Cruiserweight title match after that big sack of shit Ed Ferrara won it is pointless and meaningless. This was actually kind of decent, but then again, nobody fucking cared, because it's the Cruiserweight title, and it was dead. A 5, being generous. Big Vito defeating Ralphus and Norman Smiley to retain the Hardcore title. This was just stupid and crappy and dumb. I can't explain how bad this was. Norman Smiley being the Crash Holly of the hardcore WCW division is pretty fucking cool. Norman Smiley tried making this. I mean, you can literally see Norman Smiley, I shit you fucking not, was getting bigger pops than most of the main eventers were. I'm dead fucking serious. Here's Norman Smiley coming out once again, and guess what? He gets a bigger ovation. He gets a bigger pop than fucking Jeff Jarrett could, than Kevin Nash seriously could, than Hulk Hogan could. I'm dead serious. That's how over he was. Holy crap. A half of a star. But Norman Smiley, he is, I don't know what you could call him, but he was over as shit. I'm dead serious. Next up, we have Daphne defeating Miss Hancock in a wedding gown match. But it's not your traditional wedding gown match. You know, the idea is to strip your opponent to their underwear, their bra and panties. So this is a bra and panties match, evening gown match, whatever, wedding gown match. It's all the same basis of a match. But it's just dumb. The whole thing was stupid. You had fucking Miss Hancock, Stacy Keibler, stripping the referee to his fucking underwear. Then you had David Flair gets stripped. Then they throw cake around. It was fucking atrocious. It was disturbing. It was ugly. It was crap. And then Daphne gets stripped. And then Miss Hancock strips herself. And everyone circles around them. You have David Flair in whitey tighties, the referee in whitey tighties. And they're sitting around looking at Stacy Keibler as she strips. Like they're fucking perverts. Like fucking pedophiles. They're like two dudes freaking jerking it off in a freaking... I can't describe what the fuck it is. Alright? But whatever it looked like, but just so you know, it looked like it was fucking disturbing as shit. Dud. Moving on. Chronic defeats the Perfect Event to capture the tag titles. You have Adam Bomb, Crush, Sean Stasiak, and Chuck Palumbo in this match. Do I need to say how shit this was? Good God. A 3. Next up, we have Chris Kanyon defeating Booker T in a very good match. Too bad there was interference to kind of ruin the match, but it was still nevertheless pretty good. Pretty solid match. A 6.5. Next up, we have Mike Awesome defeating Scott Steiner via disqualification in another almost solid match. I would give this a 6. By the way, Canyon versus Booker T gets a 6.5. I would give this next match a 6, Mike Awesome and Scott Steiner, but the disqualification really bothers me. I really hate it when... I hate it. It's the biggest pet peeve of all time that I have, is where there's a disqualification. Now, it's okay when the heel gets himself disqualified on purpose, or when the babyface like goes jack shit insane and gets disqualified. But when it's just a random DQ where there's interferences involved, that really fucking grinds my gears. Nothing pisses me off more than interferences and a DQ finish. But I give this match a 5.5. Would have gotten a 6 if it wasn't for the DQ finish. And then we have the... I don't know why the fuck they have to ruin Vampiro. But here's the thing. Vampiro in WCW, even in this time, of how bad shit was... Vampiro was fucking cool. I don't care what anyone says. Vampiro was cool. And I don't mean he was badass and fucking badass where he was actually really shit like Chronic. He wasn't Chronic badass where Chronic was so badass they were crap. Vampiro was fucking awesome. But they put him in stupid shit. They put him in stupid shit like this match right here. This match is almost as insanely crap as the Human Torch match. You have the Kiss Demon versus Vampiro in a graveyard match. What the fuck is that? It's a match being contested, I shit you not, quite literally in a fucking cemetery. What's the object of the goal to win? How do you win this match? Well, fucking Vampiro throws the Kiss Demon in a casket. Well, that's how you win. Then he throws him in an open grave. So it's not a buried alive match. That's not how you win either. Almost fell over. That's how bad this is. He tosses his ass in a fucking lake. Yes, there's a lake. And it's so fucking bad. You remember those? I don't know if you ever remember, but you should look them up on YouTube. They're so fucking crap. They're funny. Look up Lost in Cleveland featuring Cactus Jack. That is how bad this is. It is 5 minutes of the shittiest dialogue, the shittiest action you have ever fucking seen. It is silly and it's stupid. You have Kiss Demon. Like, you have the fucking woman. I don't know what her name was. You have a woman trying to be with the Kiss Demon. And she says, I want to come with you. And the Kiss Demon says, no, it's too dangerous. Alright, Charles, be with her. Watch her. And then you have Vampiro says, you could have been on my side. You could have been with me. You could have been on my team. But this is what happens to you when you go against me. It was fucking crap! 0. Shane Douglas defeats Buff Bagwell in a crap match. 1 out of 10. Then we have Hulk Hogan defeating Jeff Jarrett to capture the WCW Championship. And here's where the reality meets fake. Whatever. Was this a shoot? Was this a work? Well, as crazy as this all sounds, you might think to yourself, well, geez, Vince Russo's not that fucking stupid to book a match where you quite literally have Jeff Jarrett laid down. Vince Russo's not that fucking dumb, is he? To just throw away a championship match? But guess what? He is this stupid. Because this was all a work. It was all a fucking angle. That's right, guys. It was all an angle. Hulk Hogan did not want a job to Jeff Jarrett. He did not want to lose to Jeff Jarrett. He wanted to walk out of the building as WCW champion. And he would not go out there unless he was the WCW champion. So, Vince Russo concocted this idea. Alright, Hulk Hogan. How about this? I want Jeff Jarrett go out there. He's going to lay down for you. You're going to get the belt. And then I'm going to come out and say, You know, I'm going to come out here, I'm going to really trash talk you, I'm going to say this about you, and then when you come back, you're going to be the WCW champion. We're going to have our WCW champion, Booker T, and they're going to be this big champion versus champion match, or whatever. And Hulk Hogan agreed. Something like that. Yes, this was all, I shit you not, an angle. Well, unfortunately, it was an angle that actually literally turned into, real life lawsuits. Now, how the hell did that happen? Well, the match itself gets a dud because it's just a fucking lay down and pisses me off that it happens. You would never see that in WWE. You would never see Triple H lay down for John Cena. You will never fucking see that because it's fucking dumb and it's a throwaway of a match. You don't fucking do that to your championship. But then Vince Russo comes out and says this big long speech how he came back for the Booker T's, he came back for Jeff Jarrett's, and he's playing creative control with fucking Hulk Hogan. He's playing politics with Hulk Hogan. He's pulling that creative control clause, and he promises you'll never see that big bald son of a bitch, and Hulk Hogan kisses New York candy ass. Well, that was not part of the show. That was not supposed to happen. The speech that Vince Russo was supposed to give was supposed to be a lot less hateful and a lot less spiteful or whatever. But Hulk Hogan sued Vince Russo, sued the WCW over basically shitting on his character. Oh my god, the whole thing is fucking stupid, so I'll just end it by saying this. Yes, this was all a fucking angle. This was all a storyline. They were all in on it, except Jeff Jarrett. I mean, why do you think there were 2 World Championship belts that night? Think about that. When Hulk Hogan left, he left with the belt. Okay? There were 2 world title belts that night, so it was all an angle. Anyways, this was dud. You would never fucking see something this stupid. And as stupid as this all sounds, maybe it would have made money. But guess what? It made no money. No money, no sense whatsoever. Because guess why it didn't make money? Because it was fucking stupid. Stupid. You'll never see that in WWE. You will never fucking see a big, high-profiling championship match where the champion or the challenger would just lay down. You will never fucking see that. You will not see that battleground. You will not see John Cena lay down for Brock Lesnar or whatever the fuck because it's fucking stupid. Zero. We have Goldberg defeating Kevin Nash, and this match was crap. I'm not going to say anymore. It's for Scott Hall's contract. First pay-per-view as a bad guy. This was dumb. 1. Next up, we have Booker T defeating Jeff Jarrett to capture the WCW Championship. This match is great. A 7.5 out of 10. It's one of the best matches of WCW 2000. That may not seem a whole lot, but when you see great matches like this, and when you see a great moment happening, it makes you wonder, why do we have to sit through so much shit when they know damn well that they can give us a great moment? And Booker T winning the WCW Championship may have been too late, or it may have been to the point where you had so many WCW fans flock to the WWF that nobody cared what you did because nobody's watching your product anymore. But to see a phenomenal moment like this, to see an inspiration, it makes you think. WCW, you have the capabilities. You have it to where you can give us these moments. And you give us these moments. WCW in 2000 was so bad, so terrible, that when you see a great match like this, it makes you wonder, god damn, I had to sit through so much shit to get through this point. You have to sit through so much shit to get to this great moment. Is it worth it though? Is it really worth sitting on your ass and going through the most nonsensical show you're ever going to watch? Well, quite honestly, no it isn't. As great as Booker T was, and as great as this match was, it's not really worth sitting down and watching almost 3 hours of stupid. This show gets a 2.7 out of 10. It's only because of Booker T. Goodbye.